Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up, it's your girl Sasha Banks, Legit Boston. You're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife.
Marie.
And you are going in SmackDown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey, Rendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
Yeah, welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here, youtube.com/Steven Larson. Of course, we are available in audio podcast form wherever all the good podcasts are. We're on CastBox, Apple iOS, Stitcher, all those great places.
Too much stuff on this table.
I know, man. We need to clean up. So anyways.
Got Thanos hanging out right here.
There's Thanos. Oh, man. So I just finished watching the main event and then the
G1 special in San Francisco.
And the postscript beatdown.
Yes.
With the potential formation of a new faction or sort of a coup d'etat within Bullet Club. More Civil War shenanigans. This time coming from a different angle.
How come Bullet Club apparently is the only faction that just can't get along? Like Chaos, as far as I know, has existed in relative harmony since its formation in 2009.
Here's the thing. I have a feeling that Chaos is like Chaos is more like a village. Everybody minds their own business. Everybody, Ishii and Yano hang out. Okada and Gato hang out. Jay White just sort of does his own. He's the weirdo who lives on the outskirts of the town.
Yeah.
They're not. I mean, they want to help the village. Help the village. You want to go help your friend over there. Help your friend over there. Bullet Club. They're all outsiders. So they're like, they have to help each other to do things. They're all the gaijin. So they all have like, how do I read this map? I'm trying to get across town. How do I do? They have to help each other. The village, they can kind of mind their own business if they want to.
All right.
LIJ, they're like a proper gang, though, but they're smaller. They're only like 5 people.
Yeah.
So, 5 people can get along just fine.
Suzuki-gun, they might be more like the gang because they tend to, beat up people.
I feel like Suzuki-gun is more of a union of, like, assassins.
Oh, okay.
They're like a union, so they, like, stick together. They make sure that, the prices remain.
But I would say they help each other out more than any other faction because
all their matches you're right.
Yeah.
So well, they unionize to make sure
all right.
they all get the good contracts.
Very well.
It's the best metaphor I can come up with.
There's some decent analogies there. Anyways.
Bullet Club are tourists. and then Chaos are a village.
All right.
Suzuki-gun are assassins, and then LIJ is a proper gang.
Okay.
So there you go.
All right.
Anyway, we're going to talk about G1 special in San Francisco at the Cow Palace. Kind of bummed out I wasn't there.
Yeah, same here, especially after watching the show. However, we were at Clash at the Village 3 at the Colonial Theater here in Sacramento.
Yeah, that was a blast until the very end.
No, that made it even better. I was darn near euphoric at the conclusion of Clash at the Village 3 when my guy, Adam Mayhem, became the first Going In Raw H champion. It was a fantastic evening. A lot of good wrestling. We said it before. We'll say it again. Thank you to everybody at Virgil Flynn III Productions for being so kind and generous and allowing us an opportunity to do this.
Yeah,
it was great.
It was a blast. What the hell was just there? There we go. So in a nutshell, it seemed like a fun show. There was a standout performance, I would say, during the Jay White Juice Robinson match. That was a fantastic match, probably match of the night.
Yes.
The blow off between Kenny and Cody.
It was good. I just kind of feel like, I don't know, I didn't find that whole storyline pretty much from the get-go that involving.
Really? What? Cody versus all the being the elite stuff with Cody and Kenny?
To a certain degree, I did, but when it came to the matches, I don't know.
Well, I mean, okay.
And maybe here I'll say this. Maybe my idea of it or my reaction to it, because I'm so used, based on my lifelong watching predominantly WWE wrestling, of stories being presented to me and playing out in a certain way. In this case, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And so maybe it's just a situation where it's a different storytelling approach. Therefore, it didn't meet my expectations. And therefore, I didn't feel as connected to it as maybe I should have been. Does that make sense?
Yeah, maybe. I wonder if Cody's injuries had anything to do with it. If they expedited it a little bit.
This match, the main event was good. They did some crazy stuff. And Cody looked like he was hurting at the end of it.
What was the genesis of this actual match When was the challenge thrown down?
It was just after Kenny won the match to win the title from Okada.
Yeah.
Just Cody walked to the top of the ramp.
Did nothing.
He didn't join the Young Bucks down the ring, turn around and walk backstage.
Yeah.
But however, I will say, even though at times.
Was there a formal challenge after that?
I'm sure at some point there was. Well, at times, this is the point of the day where I start burping all the time. I apologize. I didn't find myself as engaged as I would like to be with the Cody-Kenny feud. When they had their moment at the end, it was moving.
Felt real.
Yeah, it felt real.
Yeah.
So I guess in that sense, it worked.
Yeah.
I think it was. I mean, now that I think about it a bit more, I think it was just a matter of different approaches to storytelling and how that played off my experience and expectations.
I also wonder, because I'm not.
I don't want to imply that it was bad storytelling. That's not what I'm trying to say.
I wonder if it was because. So like, I don't know. It's funny because in my heart, the G1 specials in the U.S. always kind of feel like they're not totally canon. But then, like, last year they crowned the first U.S. champion, so that was totally canon. This year they had, like, big story beats.
Oh, yeah.
So they are. I just felt like it was missing one little chunk of story immediately preceding it. Because exactly as you just said, Cody came out after Kenny won the big title, did nothing, and then walked back, and then we have a match. As opposed to Cody coming out, laying out Kenny and saying, Bullet Club is mine and that title's going to be mine or something like that.
Yeah, they might have done the press conference stuff after the show.
Yeah.
We don't always watch all that stuff.
Yeah, right.
And I don't keep up with being the elite as much as I should and would like to.
Yeah.
So there's probably stuff I'm missing. Again, I'm just trying to explain why at times I didn't feel the connection with the storyline I feel like I should have had.
Yeah.
And it's probably just as much on me, more so on me than anything else.
Do you feel like it should have been sort of bigger in some way, in some abstract way?
Like the blow-off should have felt a lot more cathartic.
Yeah.
And I guess, and I think they tried to do that.
Yeah.
And I guess the finish of the match didn't feel like, all right, that's over. I mean, it did. It was. I knew it was, but it didn't feel like, oh, okay, whew, that's over.
Yeah.
But then again, I'd say at the end, when they had the moment at the end where there was reconciliation, it felt real and dare I say, moving.
I think maybe here's my thing about it. Ever since Kenny, I think it goes back to Kenny winning the heavyweight championship. I kind of feel like he should have had this Bullet Club stuff resolved before he did that. Because maybe that would have, because I feel like Kenny needed to be, because Kenny's the guy who's going to go over, right? We all knew that. Kenny is the face in this situation, big time. He got the big win, which was the heavyweight championship. The Okada thing is way bigger than Bullet Club.
Yeah.
That's way bigger.
Yeah.
He got that win before he got the sub win, which is the Bullet Club thing.
Well, he got the professional win before he got the personal win.
Yeah,
I felt
right.
like the personal win should have launched him into professional win.
Yeah,
I know what you mean. Especially with Kenny saying his character arc, like back when he was a cleaner Kenny, he was too often overcome with resentment and bitterness, and that's why he came up short against Okada.
Yeah.
It wasn't until he changed that
Yeah.
that he found his greatest success in New Japan, and I feel like the last bit of that would be dealing with the Bullet Club crisis, getting beyond that, using that as a launching pad for defeating Okada finally.
Not to speak for you, but I can kind of also just say that still being, relatively new to New Japan, like, we've been watching for like a year and a half now, and, we really, really, really super enjoy it. We're still kind of getting used to the way they tell their stories in long-term arcs.
Yes.
And so it could absolutely be just part of that, And on top of that, I'm kind of appreciative of the fact that they're simply moving on with something else. And it was cathartic. It did feel real to see them all standing there at the very end.
Oh, yeah.
Unified, especially after their beatdown. So speaking of that, Rocky Romero, Roppongi 3K.
Kick off the show.
Gato and Yoshihashi.
Just say Chaos versus Bullet Club.
Chaos versus Bullet Club, but it was the Bullet Club that later on Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, Haku, Chase Owens, and the Tokyo Pimp, Takahashi, all took. Yeah, they all fight. It was a big 10-man tag match.
Decent enough
kicked
match.
Off the show.
Yeah, it was a decent enough match.
Yeah.
It was cool seeing Haku in the ring again. He dropped a pretty vicious pile driver
on Chase Owens, I think. No,
that was at the very end.
I'm sorry. No, that was
during this match.
On Rocky Romero.
I want to say Gato. I could be wrong.
Oh, okay. Anyways. Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, maybe it was Gato.
But anyways, I watched this on Sunday. This match on Sunday. But anyways, Tama Tonga picked up the win, pitting Gato after a stun gun.
Did you
gun
feel
stun
over Sunday?
Yeah.
Me too.
Saturday, I didn't drink anything, but it was just a long day.
I didn't drink anything.
It was a long day and it was hot.
Yeah. I was drinking a lot of water.
Me too.
But man, I felt hungover the next day.
I did too, because I was up late, got up early. Yeah. Because on Saturday is a situation where when we were in opportunities, we could do stuff. We did as much as we could in those opportunities.
Yeah, sure.
And then we sat around for a little bit.
Yeah.
Until we had the next time we had to
hurry
do
up
stuff.
and wait.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys go eat on Saturday night?
Denny's.
Nice. I should have gone with.
You should have. It was good.
I know.
I had some pancakes.
Yeah, I should have. Let's see here. But yeah, Tomatonga picked up the win on Gato, which you have to appreciate because Gato's like the head writer guy.
And also, considering what was going to happen to close the show, he had to win. He had to pick up the win.
Yeah.
Next, Minoru Suzuki, greatest wrestler alive, and Zack Sabre Jr. versus Tomohiro Ishii and Toru Yano. In a tag match, this is a rematch of what we saw at Strong Style.
Oh, where are our predictions?
Oh, good call. Strong Style evolved back in March in Long Beach.
Yeah.
I feel like that match, the one in March in Long Beach, was more entertaining.
Yeah. So you noted before when I was asking about this that Suzuki and Ishii, they had a singles match
the prior weekend in the United Kingdom where Suzuki beat Ishii for the Rev Pro heavyweight title.
Yeah. I kind of considered that non-canon. So I kind of wanted to see a Suzuki Ishii one-on-one in Japan somewhere, some big high-profile thing. I don't know if we're going to get that. But yeah, this kind of felt like just sort of a diet version of that match that we already saw. This time Ishii and Yano went over. In a great spot, though. I really liked it. I like when Yano tried to go for his low blow and Zack Sabre did the thing where he
and
locks
the finish was good, and then Ishii came in with the clothesline. To get the pin.
But yeah, no, I kind of felt that, and again, I'm not trying to crap on it, but it's just so like when we see in the past Suzuki and Ishii doling those chops and forearms at each other, I felt like this time they were taking it a little bit easy. Maybe it's because we were there live last time and I didn't watch it back. And when you're there live and you're like back a ways as opposed to when the camera's right there, like it's protected a bit more, I guess you could say. But yeah, it felt sort of like a diet version of the match that we had already seen.
Yeah.
So we both called Bullet Club.
We both called Chaos. So I think we tied.
Yeah, because I feel like I called Chaos later.
Beating LIJ, but then you said Jeff Cobb was going to win the
that was,
title.
sometimes I go with my heart and not my head.
You shouldn't do that with predictions, man. It's too much on the line.
I know, but I like to mix things up a little bit too.
Next, another Bullet Club match. Marty Scurll, Hangman Page taking on Hiroshi Tanahashi and Kushida.
Yeah.
Again, another fun match.
Oh, yeah.
This is one of those matches that didn't feel like there was a lot on the line. But surprisingly, Hangman Page picked up the win, pinning Kushida after his finisher.
Yep. That was. I think they're really trying to build Hangman Page. I think they're doing a pretty decent job. A lot of people are cluing into him. Being the lead has been very helpful to him as well. But yeah, no, Hangman Page is great. I just kind of figured.
Too much stuff on this desk.
Yeah, Tanahashi and Kushida on a team. I figured it. But then last time they had like Jushin Liger on their team too. No, they had Mysterio. It was Mysterio, Tanahashi, and Liger.
Yeah, and they lost.
They lost.
Yeah. I don't know. It's surprising.
Oh man, Tanahashi evidently is a bad luck charm.
I guess so.
Now.
Oh, Taguchi joined Kushida and Tanahashi ringside. Because they're part of his faction, Taguchi Japan.
Not real. That's not even a faction.
Look up Taguchi Japan members. You'll see Hiroshi Tanahashi.
I get that they technically might be some sort of faction, but they're never really around each other.
They were just around each other.
No, they weren't.
Literally, Taguchi walked his two stablemates to ringside. Was there the entire match.
Who's the what's the like? That's the most. It's just whoever isn't in a real faction, they're in Taguchi Japan.
Why is it?
Like, wasn't Michael Elgin in Taguchi Japan?
No, I don't think officially. No.
Look at their list of members.
Tanahashi, like he's the ace.
Yeah.
How come he's not leading a faction? That's my question. Not that he's a member of the faction or a faction or not, but why isn't he leader of faction? He's a legend.
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand.
Ace means single one.
Well, I mean, it just
Doesn't
means best.
actually mean
It means
that.
top.
Yeah, it just
top
means
guy.
Top guy, not top guys. So that's why.
So that's just my question.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a good, I feel you. Like he's part of the big four.
And then you got Kushida, who is like for the longest time, if not still, the ace of the junior division.
Yeah.
You have two aces right there.
But juniors are within the big four factions, big five factions.
I mean, everybody's got junior heavyweights in their factions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, but he's not leading his own faction.
No, I'm just saying you have two aces in Taguchi Japan. Not taking anything away from Taguchi. He's had a good career.
You can take plenty away from him.
He's
I'm not a
entertaining.
fan.
He's entertaining.
Nah, not really. Not a fan.
But, you got two guys who
He's
have
like
been
not
dubbed
even
the
best.
ace.
Yeah, he's not even the best comedy wrestler in New Japan. That's Yano.
Yeah. Kenny Omega's a good comedy wrestler, too.
Yeah.
So is Marty Scurll.
Yeah, he's good. So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of Taguchi.
He's all right. He's all right.
When's the last time you saw a Taguchi match and you're like, wow, great?
Well, never.
He's just sort of there.
When he does his coach stuff, that's gonna be kind of funny.
It's kind of amusing, like once or twice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give you some opportunities to defend Taguchi.
I mean, what do I have to defend? I just say I find him somewhat entertaining. That's all I'm saying.
It's really not that great.
I'm not saying
He's like barely above Yoshihashi in my book now.
No, he's above Yoshihashi. Next, for the never openweight title, we have Jeff Cobb, who is carrying his APW title to the ring. I like that New Japan says, you got a belt? Bring it to the ring with you.
Bring it on. Adam Mayhem, H title, bring it on.
Bring it to the ring. Versus never openweight champ Hiroki Goto. Jeff Cobb got plenty of opportunities to show off his incredible athleticism. That standing moonsault spot. Like, he got some incredible height.
Jeff Cobb is great.
He's fantastic.
He's amazing.
But we saw no tour of the islands because he fell short. He did not win the match. Goto pinned him after a GTR.
Man, I'm telling you, they're going to sign Jeff Cobb.
I hope so.
I kind of feel like this is a true, I mean, he's had matches before there.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a true tryout match,
And the crowd was firmly behind Jeff Cobb.
Yeah, dude.
Firmly.
People love Jeff Cobb.
Oh, he's great.
And he's got like a really kind face.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a beast, but he's got like a really kind face.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, he came up short. That title is meaningless anyways. Next up, we have Evil.
I mean, he seemed to want it.
Well, yeah, it's a great entry-level title, but that's just entry-level. That's what that is. That's like when I was like talking to Hilton, I was like, hey, I need a job with the Kings. And he was like, we got a scrub job. Give me a scrub job.
You want to edit for a bologna sandwich?
Exactly. And I said,
one more bologna sandwich than you had before.
I said, guess what? It says on my resume, I love bologna sandwiches.
Yep.
And exactly right. That's one more never open weight championship than he's had before. But to Goto, who's been there since like the 1970s or whatever.
I know, he's a former Intercontinental champion.
Right, exactly. It shouldn't be nothing.
Next, for the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team titles, Evil and Sonata taking on the champions, the Young Bucks.
Yeah, this was more good stuff between these two teams. we were joking.
Let's save it for the U.S. title match. Because that's when it really comes in play.
All right.
Or we can talk about it now, Bat.
Because
it was during the next match, the Naito Bushi versus Okada Ospreay one.
He called Bushi Sonata.
Yeah, where JR is getting confused. I mean, it happened before, but...
Okay, dude, here's the thing. How long has JR been doing New Japan Access stuff?
Oh, I don't know.
So they do enough. Him and Barnett do enough stuff. They should know. If we know the characters' names, they should. They should be able to figure out who's who. If we can.
Oh, JR called Sho Yoshihashi in the first match.
Well, here's the thing.
And Josh Barnett corrected him.
I can't always tell Yo and Sho apart.
One of them always wears gold, one of them always wears silver.
Right, and I try to remember that, but I can't.
I think Yo wears silver.
Okay, then Sho, the guy whose name starts with S, isn't silver. So Sho is gold, Yo is silver.
I think I could have that backwards.
Or it could be the other way around, in which case it's easy because Sho, the guy whose name starts with S, is silver, which also starts with S. It's one of the two. However, I would never get Yoshihashi mixed up with Yo or Sho.
Oh, yeah, Sho wears gold.
Sho, okay. So now I know Sho wears gold. Okay. So there, see, solved. They literally get paid to go into a booth in whatever studio they're in, probably in LA or whatever, and record commentary and watch New Japan. Like entire matches. And they've been doing this. I know it hasn't been forever.
But they've been doing it for at least a couple of years, it seems like.
I think they've been doing it a couple of years. Why doesn't he know these people yet? I love JR.
Yeah.
And honestly, the commentary between him and Barnett made it more entertaining, but kind of for the bad, not good reasons.
See, this is the first time I've heard their commentary on a New Japan show. I remember hearing back from the G1 special in USA last year. There's a lot of complaints, not
People
just among
ripping
fans,
them.
but among even wrestlers in New Japan.
Yeah,
about how
yeah.
lackluster the commentary was.
Because like JR didn't know the difference between Mark and Jay Briscoe, or maybe that was Barnett. I don't know which one it was.
Yeah.
But
so this is the first time I've heard them together. 'Cause, like all the shows they've done live, I've been at thus far, and usually I just watch stuff on New Japan World because I really like Kevin Kelly.
Oh, dude, Kevin Kelly and Don Callis.
And I don't have Access TV, so
yeah, me neither.
I don't have access to that.
I mean, I have Pop, but I don't have access. It's weird.
Yeah, no. So this is really my first time hearing the pair of them do commentary on New Japan shows. I in the future, especially after some of the reactions to the later matches, I kind of hope they go with Kevin Kelly in the future.
Kevin Kelly and Don Callis are great.
They know New Japan Pro Wrestling.
And Don Callis literally just came in like a lunch break ago, and I haven't noticed. I mean, maybe he understands because he's not play-by-play. It's Kevin Kelly.
Yeah.
He maybe understands, if I'm at all confused, I'll let Kevin Kelly carry the load.
But also,
of that
here's
stuff.
the thing: is that Callis, he's the heel commentator.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So he can be a little loose with his facts.
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
So long as it's in character and be totally fine.
Yeah.
But he's not. He's really good.
Yeah. No, he's really good. But anyways, getting back to the match, Evil Sonata versus Young Bucks. This is another good match, very creative. I like the when LIJ were doing. That's gross. We're doing some of the Young Bucks stuff. Didn't they do like a Meltzer driver or something like that? Yeah, that was fun. I like when they do that. They were still harping on Matt's back injury, so that was good.
Yeah, when is that going to resolve itself?
I don't know. Maybe
I know back injuries can linger.
I mean, they won this. Maybe that'll be the impetus. They're moving on to a new storyline. Maybe that new storyline.
I wonder who they're going to take on next.
Well, they're the heavyweight tag champions. You don't think they're going to take on? There's the possibility. I guess they could try to take on Guerrillas of Destiny.
Oh yeah,
maybe.
Good point. Yeah. Although I feel like
unless they target like Tama Tonga targets Kenny.
It's got to be Tama Tonga versus Kenny. I would think it's a good segue. Anyways, the Young Bucks picked up the win.
Yeah. Matt
pins Evil after a Meltzer driver. So we had intermission next, and they announced the next New Japan show in the States, September 30th in Long Beach. I think it's called Fighting Spirit Unleashed.
Oh, that's a great title.
It is. And I was wondering if for the main event of that, if they do Kenny versus Tama Tonga, but then I looked, and then both Tama Tonga and Kenny Omega are in the same block for the G1.
Oh, okay.
So we'll get the match.
Yeah.
It won't be for the belt or anything.
I wonder if that's going to be, because I feel like if they're going to do like a match outside of a tournament, it's probably going to be a bit bigger, maybe at a bigger. Well, September 30th. That's about 2.5 months away.
Yeah. But if
depending on how long they want to take this feud.
Yeah, I know.
Firing squad.
Well, here's the thing. Like if Tama Tonga beats Kenny in their G1 match, then Tama Tonga. I mean, we've seen this play out before. That usually, if the champ's in the G1, if he loses for King of Pro Wrestling, if he loses a match in the tournament or several during the King of Pro Wrestling, whoever beat him will challenge him for the title of that show. They could do something similar for this next show in the U.S. Where say Tama Tonga picks up a win over Kenny in the G1, says I want a shot at that title, happens at Fighting Spirit Unleashed, which I think would be great.
Yeah.
Let's let those two guys go at it.
Yeah, it'd be cool. No, look, regardless, that's going to be a great match.
Oh, yeah.
Wherever it happens. Let's see here. Next up.
Naito.
Are we going to go to Long Beach in September?
No, we hadn't talked about it, but we missed this show.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
It's at the Walter?
Yeah, same place.
I got to bring some.
Well, or we get better seats.
A butt seat.
Because it's
a cushion.
I think the seats on the floor were seats. And the seats kind of like in the middle half court area were seats. It was just, you were down, I think, the kind of the student section. I was off on the wings. Yeah. And those were just bleacher seats or bleacher benches.
Yeah.
So if you get in the middle or on the floor, I think you get an actual chair.
All right. Let's try that then. Yeah, maybe we aim for, if we can't get front row, get like try the middle section.
Well, I mean, last time we tried to get tickets to Walter Pyramid, we just kind of got what we got.
That's right. That's right.
Really wasn't a whole lot of choosing. Next, Tetsuya Naito and Bushi of LIJ taking on Kazuchika Okada and Will Ospreay. Kazuchika Okada is like he's on vacation.
Oh, man, I know. He came in with like a shirt. It was Chill Okada.
Yeah, he's got new red pants.
This dude goes fishing every day.
He had balloons tied to his pants.
Yep.
He just seemed like he was having a great time.
Yep.
His hairstyle was different.
Oh,
he seemed
man.
relaxed,
Chilling.
casual, just looking to
chillin'.
put on a good show.
Absolutely. He had like streamers and everything. It was great.
Yeah, yeah.
Ospreay, the Battle and Britt.
He even came out to Ospreay's music.
Yeah, he was just there for the ride, man.
Yeah, man.
He
says, I've been top guy for 2 years. This is Will Ospreay's time.
He is breathing right now. He's like, oof, load is off my shoulders.
Yep.
Don't have to wear that heavy coat of mine.
Nope.
No good.
So this match kind of continued the story of Tetsuya Naito not being able to win anything.
Basically, yes. That's his thing. When is he going to win a match?
Yeah. They're like completely deconstructing his character.
I know.
Like, while he's still
loss after loss,
immensely
after loss.
popular.
Yeah.
Because Will Ospreay picked up the pin on Bushi after hitting the Stormbreaker.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But a fun match. I mean, it's Okada. Okada
Yeah,
always
no, it
puts
was
on fun
fun.
matches.
I was happy that Ospreay didn't try to kill himself because somebody else did later on. I was really happy that Ospreay didn't do the.
He didn't do any high flying stuff.
I
Actually,
know.
commentary made a point of mentioning
Yeah.
that he didn't do any high flying stuff.
Yeah. So that was good.
Although he did do a Spanish fly.
Yeah. Well,
not on the apron.
For him, that's like
that's
know,
pretty routine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a chin lock. You know? But yeah, like you said, Ospreay pinned Bushi after the Stormbreaker. Next up, we had oh god, Dragon Lee versus Hiromu Takahashi. Ow.
Here's the thing. It was actually shaping up to be a really fun match.
Yeah, it was.
And if it weren't,
these two can't have unfun matches.
I mean, that spot where they were trading German suplexes back and forth. And I think they doled out 4 or 5 each to each other. You know, when they stay in the middle of the ring and start chopping each other. It's all fun. It's great.
Yeah.
And if it weren't for that one spot, and Hiromu somehow escaping Dragon Lee's grasp and landing on his head and then kind of sliding on the mat with his head trapped under him, injuring his neck, maybe breaking it. We have yet to hear confirmation of that.
Yeah, it's been like
New Japan issued a
3
statement
days.
saying that he's in the hospital. He could talk. He's talking. He's conscious. He's sitting up.
Is it broken or not?
No. I mean, it took. I remember it took him a while to confirm Shibata's diagnosis too.
Yeah.
So it's a bummer, and you could tell right when it happened that he knew something bad had happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can tell the difference between when someone's selling a hurt neck and when someone actually hurt their neck.
Yeah.
And as soon as he was finished kind of sliding across the mat, he rolled over and instantly grabbed his neck in pain, and he seemed like he was kind of out and on his feet.
Yeah.
Slightly, maybe a little bit.
The quirky character was gone. And
Yeah,
the dude
he
with the
seemed
busted neck.
He seemed like he was in a bit of a daze.
Yeah.
After that, he had to take another powerbomb.
Yeah.
And he put at least one hand under his neck to make sure it didn't snap back, which was smart of him.
Yeah, no kidding.
And then he somehow delivered a time bomb to pick up the win.
Yeah. He also did a destroyer.
Yeah.
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 Gee, I always get confused by those. Yeah. Man.
Which just landing that when you're landing on your rear end, that sends shockwaves all the way up your spinal column. So that probably didn't feel good. So he wins the match.
We need to be just grateful that he didn't get paralyzed.
Yes.
Or worse.
Yes.
So that, oof, boy. But, you know, I mean, when we talked about this on Monday's show, you know, they really, with him and to a slightly lesser degree, Ospreay, you know, man, they need to say, hey, just chill. Just bring it down a notch. We want, you guys are great storytellers in the first place. Y'all can just chill out.
Yeah.
Just tell good stories. Next up, we had probably my favorite match of the night.
Oh, this is lots of fun.
Juice Robinson versus Jay White
there's
for the U.S. title.
There's a stipulation. Sorry to interrupt you. Stipulation added to this match that Juice, who had some sort of appeared to be soft cast on his left hand, couldn't use that cast as a weapon.
Well, he broke that's one of the things that he said in the lead up is
he broke one of the 206 bones in his body.
Yeah, I got 206 bones left to whoop your ass with, Jay White. I really like this. Juice has been busting his ass for a very long time now. They told the story in the lead up video. Him and Jay White were young boys at the same time there in New Japan.
Former roommates, they said.
Former roommates. But when Jay White came back from excursion, he was a big old weirdo with the switchblade stuff. And Juice is obviously doing kind of a throwback to like mid-90s Shawn Michaels with the little hat and the little dancing around and stuff. But he's really emerged into a terrific wrestler, a hell of a promo guy. And it's just a really, really great story. It seemed like they've been wanting to build him up and give him a good push for like a year now, ever since we've been watching.
Yeah, one of the stories they mentioned in this match was that Juice, his inability to win a title match.
Yeah.
Because he'd competed, at least, I know he's competed for the Intercontinental title.
I think he competed for the Never Open Weight.
And he was in the finals of the New Japan Cup, I think the year Shibata won? Or the semis, one of the two. So he's had opportunities in major high-profile situations and always came up short. Again, another one of the stories. There's a lot of story threads going through this match. There's the hand, Jay and Juice's background together, Juice's inability to win a huge match, Jay's ascendance to U.S. champion, rising up the ranks seemingly in chaos. And they did a fantastic job, and Jay White did a fantastic job of building a ton of heat on Jay White. Because early in the match, Juice throws Jay White into the barricade. And then I swear from that point on, Jay White did the same to Juice at least 5 times, including once knocking the barricade into the announce table, which knocked into JR, which apparently was not a planned spot. Apparently JR had thought, I don't know if it's been confirmed since, has a broken rib. And apparently, according to the Wrestling Observer, Josh Barnett's reaction was a shoot. As soon as it happened, as soon as he saw what happened to JR, he said to Jay White, "You done effed up."
Yeah.
And got up, took his headset off, walked to the ringside area, and started stalking
him,
Jay White around the ring. And you have Red Shoes out there saying,
"Tranquilo,
calm down. We still got a show to put on.
Yeah.
You can't beat up Jay White in the middle of our major show."
Yeah.
And
You're a commentator.
Yeah. So Josh Barnett gets in the ring, starts talking some more to Jay White. And Jay White's just...
He's like, let off your steam. Let the show continue.
But I'll say this. It got a ton of heat on Jay White.
Yeah, it did. It really did, yeah.
That's why if someone had told me that had been a total shoot, I would have totally believed it.
Yeah, no. When I saw it, that was always in my head because I think I saw something on Twitter where somebody on Twitter thought it was a shoot. And I was like, man, I was trying to look at the reactions, and Jay White's reaction was more skewed towards guy who's trying to get back on with the show as opposed to guy who's being set up in an angle. You know what I mean? And so, look, it could be either way. And for all we know, the reports are wrong and it was all a work. I tend to think it was probably real because here's the thing. We both got kind of the impression even leading up to that. And we talked about this a bit, earlier, but I don't know. I wonder if there's some at play. I don't know if Josh Barnett or JR really likes doing this all that much.
Yeah,
I'm
and
not
especially
sure if
after
they do.
that spot, it seemed like at certain points they were saying during this match, after that spot, and hats off to JR, no pun intended, for not missing a beat if he broke a rib.
Well, he took a spill,
Well, it was like the announce table jammed him in the midsection and he fell back.
Yeah.
But I've never broken a rib. I bruised it. It hurt like hell when it happened. It hurt for about 3 weeks afterwards. Couldn't sneeze, couldn't cough, couldn't breathe deeply without intense pain. But I remember the moment I got shoulder to rib right here, and we were playing basketball in our rec league, and I had to get out of the game.
Yeah.
It hurt. So for him not to skip a beat, for him not to mess up, for him not even to address it.
Yeah.
It's kudos to JR for his professionalism.
Yeah, sure.
However, from that point on, it seemed like there were several moments where they were saying during this match, basically, how is this even pro wrestling?
Yeah, I know. And then on top of that, there was a quip at the end that Josh Barnett made where he said, "I used to be in this company. It was a lot different, and what we did back then was Strong Style, and I don't know what this is. They call it Strong Style Evolved, but they can call it whatever they want." But it was like,
but then he tried to
backtrack
a bit, and say, well, but based on how things are going, I guess they're doing something right, essentially.
Here's my thing. I kind of wonder if So they were given so much shit a year ago for their stuff. And I hadn't really noticed it that much, but I think that since then, they've also been given a little bit of shit for their commentary for a couple of the different shows. I wonder if maybe he's just like, God, this place just pisses all over us. Or maybe he just, directs it at New Japan when he probably should be directing in his own preparation skills. And maybe he was just sort of fed up, and that's why he reacted the way he did. Who just goes out to the middle of the ring without like that being part of the storyline?
I know.
And they're just like hanging out there awkwardly.
I know.
And then he leaves. Maybe it was just like his own frustration with the entire New Japan experience.
It could be. Maybe
there is some element of, oh, well, you're not going to bring us on to do the live stuff, which, who knows if JR's schedule would even allow it, traveling to Japan. Maybe he
or if you even want to do that.
Yeah, right. Maybe he feels like the B team, and maybe he feels unappreciated, and that was like the final straw. Like literally seeing and I'm sure that JR has said on his podcast, I really like Josh.
Oh,
Burnett.
You can tell they get along very well. Yes,
and you see your old man partner, who, if rumors are to be believed, was just telling management the day before that there's too many barrier spots and they're getting too close, and then that happens. I mean, I wouldn't blame a guy for snapping like that.
No. At the same time, though, you can't interrupt the show.
A little awkward.
Yeah. I know. It's a weird dynamic. I mentioned this to you while we were watching the second half of the show here in the office yesterday. That like if WWE was to suddenly really change up their presentation in terms of the production, the commentating team, it would lessen my enjoyment of the product.
Sure, yeah.
Just because I'm so used to it. And I said when we were watching this, like, I'm so used to how New Japan presents their product on New Japan World that there was commercial breaks or segments where you can tell there was a commercial break, and the graphics were all different, and the commentating team was different. And for a while, it really took me out of the show because I'm so used to how New Japan produces their show. Once a match ends, the next one begins.
Yeah.
There's no downtime whatsoever.
And I can only imagine, like, everybody is so excited about New Japan, and you want to be part of that excitement, but then you get crapped on by the fans who say your commentary is no good. That would suck.
Oh, it would, yeah.
That would suck, It's like, man, I want to be part of the zeitgeist, and I'm part of an integral part of it, but then everybody craps on me and says I'm like the worst part about it, I could see how that could be frustrating. But
I understand that too.
You don't go out to the ring. But no, it was a terrific match. There were a lot of just outside of the ring, just violence going on.
Fantastic. I mean, most of the match took place outside the ring. I mean, there was a chair involved at one point. Jay White smashed he put a chair around Juice's left hand, smashed it with another chair. He was attacking kind of alternatingly Juice's broken hand and his back after throwing him into the ring post
and
the barricade several times.
They were doing a great job getting all sorts of heat on Jay White. That crowd was super
they were ready to explode
to him. Yeah.
There was the spot where Jay White sends Juice into the corner. Red Shoes kind of cowers in the corner so not to get hit. Juice stops short so he doesn't hit him. Jay White hits him with a low blow, or tries to. Juice turns the tables. Sends Jay White into the corner, and Red Shoes is still in the corner trying not to get a hit. When Jay White turns around, Juice hits him with the left hand, the cast, hits Pulp Friction, but only gets a 2 count. Jay White kicks out. The crowd was ready to explode right then.
Yeah, big time.
If Juice were to win.
Yeah.
Then Jay White suplexes Juice Robinson basically on his head twice. It was like a straight jacket suplex type deal. He goes for the Blade Runner. Juice counters with a really deep roll-up, gets the win.
Yep. New U.S. champion.
Crowd explodes.
Yeah, crowd goes
huge
crazy.
pop. Great moment for Juice Robinson.
And he had a fantastic promo afterwards during the press conference where he talked about getting, let go from NXT and what they had told him on their way out. I think he said one of the guys, what's the name? Kane something or another? I don't know, one of the talent guys there, talent relation guys. He said, go out and make a star of yourself. And he says, well, here I am. I made a star of myself. So it was obviously a lot of validation, like legitimately, for Juice Robinson. So he definitely deserves it. He's doing some great stuff.
Yeah.
And then came our main event, Cody Rhodes versus Kenny Omega.
This somehow just became like an Extreme Rules match pretty much.
Yeah.
Chairs and tables and ladders.
But no, it was a lot of fun.
It was. There were some crazy spots.
If Cody was going to go out, then this was, because he's to nurse some injuries, probably I imagine he'll be out till probably All In.
Yeah, I think that's what he said.
Okay.
between his television, I think, production.
There's been speculation that he might be on Arrow.
That wouldn't be surprising.
Yeah, because he's been on that before.
Mm-hmm. And he and Stephen Amell are buddies, I guess.
But then also, isn't Brandy part of like a Real Housewives thing?
That I don't know.
Am I thinking of somebody else? I'm going to look it up. Anyways, take us through this.
Anyway, so early on, you knew things were going to start getting extreme. They're fighting on the outside. Kenny puts Cody on a table on the opposite side of the barricade, ringside, not too far from where JR and
Wags Atlanta.
Oh, all right. Is that on E?
Yes.
All right. And does a springboard onto the barricade, double stomp Cody through the table. Later on, he brings a ladder out from under the ring. Read that right? Yeah, sorry. Cody tosses him on there. Ladder hits Kenny right in the face.
Oh, that looked bad. That could have been really bad.
I know.
Yeah.
It could have been really bad. The ladder gets
Joey Mercury bad.
I know. Cody, the ladder gets set up in the ring. Kenny climbs one side. Cody climbs the other. The Young Bucks are ringside. They're serving two purposes. One, telling the story, telling them not to go to the extreme.
Yeah.
To win. Same time, they're using their feet to hold the ladder down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Probably the most important function of that.
Right.
There's a table set up.
That ladder was like 80 feet tall.
It was huge.
Man. It was huge.
There's a table set up ringside, and the idea is that Kenny is going to try to suplex Cody through the table on the outside. Instead, Cody suplexes Kenny off the ladder. Cody's like on the second to the top rung.
Yeah.
And then Cody hits crossroads. Kenny kicks out of two.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a spot where Kenny's just dropping knees left and right on Cody, all sorts of V triggers.
Mm-hmm.
Picks him up for powerbomb him, runs, throws him outside of the ring onto the table in the ringside area, but the table doesn't break.
Yeah, his head just sort of bounces off of it.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
And so Matt Jackson goes up to Cody and checks on him.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, Brandy stands next to Nick Jackson, and they start talking too.
Yeah.
So even though they're trying to tell a story in the ring, it's good that people will take opportunities to discreetly break kayfabe to check on their fellow wrestlers.
Well, I mean,
and even after the table spot,
yeah.
you see Kenny went down.
Yeah.
Before he picked him up, I think to check on him too.
Yeah, I would imagine so. And I mean, look, on top of that, like besides the Kenny Cody thing, it's perfectly reasonable within storyline.
Oh yeah.
For that all to happen anyways,
yeah.
For the Jacksons
to
commiserate with Brandy.
the whole time the match was happening, Matt and Nick were like, you
yeah.
guys don't have to take it this far.
They weren't, and they were not, they weren't blaming Brandy for acting the way she was. Mm-mm. She's trying to protect her husband.
Because at one point, Kenny goes for his moonsault, not moonsault, but the Terminator thing, and Brandy steps in front of Cody so Kenny can't do it.
Yeah.
But as you said, exactly. So after that, Kenny gets back in the ring with Cody. He's setting Cody up for a V trigger. Mm-hmm. Brandy gets in the ring, gets in the way.
Yeah.
Eventually, she moves. Kenny again goes for a V trigger. Cody gets up, clotheslines him.
Yeah.
But shortly after that, Kenny wins with a one-winged angel, picks up the win, retains the title. After the match, Kenny helps Cody up on his feet. Kenny cuts a promo, and then Kenny, Young Bucks walk up to the ramp, do some posing. Out walks Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Haku. Mm-hmm. They're all too sweet in each other.
Yeah, they do one big group, too sweet.
They turn around for like a photo op, and then Tama Tonga just lays out Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega flies halfway down the ramp.
Yeah.
And then this new faction, this splinter group, dubbing themselves Firing Squad. Proceeded to destroy Kenny, the Young Bucks. Hangman Page came running out to the ring to try to help. He eats a power slam from Tonga Loa.
Yeah.
Marty Scurll runs out. He eats a gun stun from Tama Tonga. Chase Owens and Takahashi run to the ring because they were just in a match.
You would think
with all those guys.
With all this stuff going on, those two guys have always kind of aligned with Tama Tonga.
No, they get destroyed too.
Yeah, they get destroyed.
Finally, Tama Tonga goes ringside, grabs a chair. Cody Rhodes walks down to the ring. Tama Tonga hands him the chair, expecting him, I guess, to beat up Kenny. Instead, Cody starts beating up on Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa.
He eats a cutter.
A gun stun as well.
Yeah.
With that same chair, Haku pile drives Kenny Omega atop it. And finally, firing squad exit the ring after they laid out everybody.
Yeah.
This is a great moment, and I pointed out before you watch it and enjoy it again, where it was like a scene from the movie where a hitman goes in the room, does his job, makes sure he adjusts his suit after he finishes his job as he leaves. Where Tama Tonga takes his rubber band of his hair, adjusts it, makes sure it's all in place, ties it back in.
Yeah.
Smooth.
I like the part where he tried to finger his own butthole.
Oh, he grabbed his crotch. Yeah, that was deep.
The deepest crotch grab.
And it was slow.
It was slow. So it was like, let me check in my butt for any wayward objects in there.
Yeah.
No, we're good. And he even pinched the tip at the end. It was very detailed what he did. It wasn't just like, hey, do this. It was like.
And there was no shake. Sometimes people will grab their crotch and shake.
No,
he just grabbed it. It was like, and just one slight upward movement, and that was it. So, anyways, everybody else from Bullet Club walk up the top of the ramp. So we have ourselves a bit of a Bullet Club reunion in a sense.
Yeah.
Because you have the Elite. Seemingly, Cody is back in the fold with him, Skrull, Hangman Page. Chase Owens.
It's like 8 guys.
Takahashi.
And you have 2 guys and an old man. I'm not sure exactly how I'm not sure who firing squad is going to be.
Well,
they're going to have to recruit, right?
Well, there's Bad Luck Fale. He wasn't there.
There's Fale, yeah.
So you would, I guess, maybe think that Fale would align himself
perhaps
with the other Bullet Club OG, Tama Tonga.
Yeah, I would think so. So he's a big name, but at that point
he's jacked too, man.
He's jacked.
Fale looks great now.
He looks good. Still feel like they're gonna have to recruit some more fellas.
Maybe
we don't know. Bone Soldier wasn't Bone Soldier introduced by Tama Tonga?
Yeah, that's
Ishimori.
True. That's true.
Once he's done with his excursion to Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, that's random.
It is random.
When is Slammiversary?
July, summer, another
soon.
Couple of weeks. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a faction there, but you got Kenny, you got. Well, Cody's going to be gone for a little while.
But you have Kenny, the Young Bucks.
The Bucks.
And you got Kota Ibushi in the picture, too.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure he's going to be,
Bullet
I don't
think
Club
he's
for life.
Yeah.
But, him and Kenny are still the Golden Lovers, so he's got to be in the picture somehow.
Yeah, I don't think Kenny's going to lose the Bullet Club leadership anytime soon.
No.
But all in all, it was a fun show.
Yeah.
There's a couple weird moments. You would never see that Josh Barnett stuff. You'd never see that happen in WWE. Michael Cole's never gonna get up and go walk to get in the ring. Barnett's a jack dude. He's legit,
he is. Yeah.
But still, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I can't think of anybody in WWE who would do that.
No, I don't think so. Just imagine what would Vince be saying in his ear? What are you doing? Where are you going?
Sit your ass down.
Are you listening to me? You're fired. Anyways, that's it. That's it for our recap of the G1 special in San Francisco. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.